All right, I just saw someone emailed. Hey, man, Andrew, you haven't been posting many crypto-related videos lately. Well, I'll be honest with you, I haven't been posting many videos lately. Period. Because Jason nips out exploring. Okay, and you say hi. Little tilt of the camera. I've got a special guest with me, exploring. Oh, hold on. I'm thinking of an appropriate sound. I was about to do another one, bites the dust. That's not appropriate. Or I could do. Another one joins me to treasure hunt. It's F-L-A-N. All right. So yeah, cryptos. Let's do a video. I mean, it's just the internet is so you don't even know. It's so awfully slow. I gotta do like 1 or 2 minute videos. I want to talk for 10 or 15 minutes. I'm stuck for like 2 minutes, and then I gotta wait a half hour for a 2 minute video to upload. That's already compressed. Coin market cap. Yeah, so I mean, I do post a bit on my Patreon. It's mostly about crypto. But look, my guy had told me, Snip, Bitcoin Cash, don't trade it, don't mess with it, blah, 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 blah. Yes, it does great run-ups. Yes, it sells off good. There's a lot of volatility. It's a good coin. But he says, I'm going all in on this thing, and I'm just not going to trade it. I can't trade that. I'll trade something else. Play the game with something else. I said, all right, all right. So I played the game with it. Oh, 22%. Yeah, or 20, whatever it was. And it ran well past 22, 50%, 80%. Oh. And that is what my friend was talking about, my guy. Now, my quote-unquote woo-woo friend who wants to remain a little bit on the, or a lot of it on the anonymous side, she gave me a few updates lately. She's had a pretty interesting track record. No, she's not perfect like anyone else, but she's had a pretty interesting track record. And I think I'll just give you, I'm going off my brain here. I remember what she said. We were going. Now I know Bitcoin Ben's calling for $6,200. That was before the Tether FUD, and everyone's like, oh, the TA guys were calling for a pullback too. Well, the interesting thing is, TA, woo woo, anything else, nobody was calling for a Tether failure, or really Bitfinex, to cause the market to go down. Oh, that's the technical analysis says that's what's supposed to happen. No technical analysis or woo-woo or whatever isn't calling for Tether problem to cause the market to go down. So if there was a natural, or if there were natural forces for the market to go down and the Tether thing hit with Bitfinex, oh my gosh, we would be sitting on some pretty low numbers right now. We could be below $4,000 Bitcoin in a hurry. But we had a little sell-off, 6-7%. That was it. Bitcoin, that's all. Now Bitcoin Cash, doing what Bitcoin Cash does. It was down 8 or 9%, then it was down another 5%. Current price, coin market cap, $240. This is in the evening. You'll see this video tomorrow. So who knows where it'll be tomorrow. But my woo-woo friend thinks 6,500 plus is coming on Bitcoin. And it's after that when it drops pretty damn significantly to, like, her latest thing was below 4K. But she's like, look, I think I've got something here. She's logging everything in a spreadsheet. She shares it with me. And she's made some decent calls. That's all I'm going to say. But not, like everything else, timing. She'll say, well, I got that. It should happen at this point or that point. And then maybe few extra days came by, and then there's that. She was calling for I think a bit of a pullback, and it was just this past week, not today. When you see this, it'll be Tuesday, but it was last Tuesday when she was saying, she was getting either we'd have like a little rally and then a sell-off, maybe Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Well, we didn't have much of a rally, if I recall, but we did have a sell-off. And the Tether thing did happen. Market did dump. She didn't give a reason why it would. other than that. But that was also a couple days later than her forecasted time frame. I think that was Thursday, if I'm don't stand corrected here. And she had set up to Tuesday was what she was getting. So whatever, a couple days. So I've noticed her timing. It varies, but she'll continuously ask her guide or whatever. Any update on this, any update on that, and then oh yeah, this this looking like this will happen. So this will just tell me or whatever, and I'll repost it. Again, nobody out here is perfect, but she's had some pretty darn interesting calls on some coins. And she was just telling me something which I did post on Patreon regarding basic attention token. And she had actually had on her spreadsheet, I want to say, what's today's date? I'd have to look at it, but maybe 2 weeks ago. And then, I mean, she didn't mention anything to me, but it was on the spreadsheet that she shares with me, and I saw it. But only very recently was she saying some positive thing about basic attention token. And then White Dove, funny enough, was saying something as well, but that was a private post she did on her White Dove's Patreon. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to repeat what she said, even in my own Patreon. But the fact that my woo-woo friend had something positive to say, I said, well, I'll go ahead and post that. That, since she wants me to tell, my people or whatever. I will say this, because she's made a pretty ballsy call on Redcoin, RDD. And it's not her per se. She's like, hey, my guide gave it to me. I'm going to go with it. I'm rolling with it. And she thinks after we see this rise up on Bitcoin to say 6,500 plus, 65 to 6,700 is what she got, roughly, then a pretty significant fallback to like under 4K, I think, because she gave me an exact number, but whatever, under 4K. That's a hefty move down, right? But it would be around that time when Redcoin does something really, really powerful, according to what, whatever her source is, her guide. So she's out there, hey, it gave it to me, so I'm going to just say it. I'm not going to hold something back. So if that pans out, if that happens, it's going to be one of the most hellacious calls, I think, of 2019, maybe ever, to call something that ridiculous. Because I'm going to say it's ridiculous. The number, how high she thinks it's going to go from where it's at, is like ICO heaven days, where you got into one and it did like a 30, 40, 50x on you. Like, what the hell? One of those moves for Redcoin. And when asked, do you know why? She said, well, I think it's going to be an announcement by some major company, such as, a Facebook or social media, something big that is going to use Redcoin. And as you know, Redcoin is a social media tipping app, or a tipping crypto, not an app. So, remains to be seen. But she said that this fall, down to those prices of Bitcoin, would kind of be, as Cliff High would call, a temporal marker. Not in her case, but that's kind of what it is. Like, that has to happen first, and then this thing's supposedly going to do that. And I say supposedly because we don't know. In the woo-woo world, sometimes sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. If she had a crappy record, I would have been like, I don't even think I'm going to mention this. I'm not going to post anything on Patreon anymore, that she said, because, she's been wrong too many times. That's not the case. She has a quite interesting record. Again, I'm not saying she's perfect. But for someone who didn't even know she had this kind of ability, she's playing with it. She's trying to see what's going on with it. So I'm glad she's sharing it with me and let me post it on Patreon. Now, I will say this. If this thing happens and she nails this Redcoin thing, like, she's going next level at that point. She says at that point, I will be ready to officially, like, give calls out. And she goes, but my guide told me I cannot get paid for this. This has to be free information. And and she wants to remain anonymous because she wants to. So I think she was going to feed it to me. But if her guide said it has to be free, I said, all right, well, maybe in my case, since I do have Patreon and stuff, I maybe would release it there first, free. And, well, free to them, not really free, but to them, so they get it firsthand. And then a very short time later, whatever, I don't know if that's a day or two, whatever it ends up being, I'd have to talk with her what she felt okay with. But I would then just do it like a public YouTube video, say, hey, here's what she's got, done. Or maybe just tell everybody, go on my Telegram, and I'll just post it in there, that kind of thing. Or maybe even create a new Telegram where nobody can talk. It's just me posting, one of those where only I can post, because you don't want the garbage filling up in Telegram and the stupid GIFs and the pictures and the crap and the question. No, just tell us what she says, JSnip. So that might be a possibility of happening later on when she feels comfortable, assuming she does get some of these major predictions she's got going correct to where she feels comfortable. So I'm rooting for her. It'd be really cool if we had someone out there that for whatever reason just had really crazy good, accurate, information, because that seemed to be extremely hard in the crypto space for anybody, whether it's psychics, even TA. I mean, TA can't tell you, oh, this particular coin out of nowhere is about to rocket up. No, they're looking at the market, okay, looking at all the same indicators and things that they look at. They're not, in other words, TA is not going to wouldn't tell you, oh, red coin or such and such coin is going to get, go up many, many, many X here because of blah, blah, blah. TA doesn't work that way. There's a time and place for all these things, and TA has its own time and place for what it is. So, anyways, yeah, little crypto update here. Nothing new crypto-wise, coins, anything that's really, got me excited. Just waiting for the market to really get moving. We need to get past 6K on Bitcoin. That's one step and then the next step. But again, if she's right, we're going to 6,500 at least, and then a huge drop back, and then that should be the trigger point of whatever the hell's going to happen with Redcoin. So that's it for now, peeps. Take care.